Let's talk to him again. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. I think you already said this. And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really? Hey, you too! Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please. You gotta help me.
Please!
It's a serious emergency. Please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure you'd just say no, and that would be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she did. She headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Okay. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, she came back to check on her. We came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
She would try talking to herself. To her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Where's Toko? Hurry up and do it. Man, I really like Byakuya. Straight to the point. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Toko? Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that all about? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago, I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think that serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Byakuya, any thoughts? Hey Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean? Oh yeah, I think she was in love with him.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments,
What do you want?
leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Ah, Bakula.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise.
What?
Huh? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Now, what are we doing here? Anything here? There are no clues, we need to check elsewhere. I think I got it. At least I got a coin. If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
This all makes sense once you're inside. It'll make all sense. Okay. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust too.
So in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay, we got camera. No coins. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I pick one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Whoa, I was just freaking lucky, man. First chance to click on something. Huh?
that's right.
That's right. The report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in peeking for it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. So that was freaking nothing. There's so many file stuff in the shelf. What's in all those things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail of all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of a diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in here. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Okay. There's a tons of thick file stuff in the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Filled with graphic, disturbing photos of all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. Okay, two more. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Yeah, the one he was using. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it on a good use. Okay, nice, thank you.
That's right.
Okay, last one, this one. There's a wooden box. Ah! Judging by the marks on it, I think it's a rope. There's a wooden box, it's empty. Although judging from the smudges and dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. Maybe a cord for that lamp? Ah, there. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put this all together? I suppose it goes to show how much Hope Speak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use, I can't keep up with all this, it's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are unusually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have to review them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second, you're saying you read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other words,
I already told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all the levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through the reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack. GJ. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding GJ case has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims were murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Jack.
in other words,
That's right, there is evidence that Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer. Really is walking around among us. Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out of a clue or two.
such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Man, he's full of himself. Byakuya, about Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Top secret. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Ah, so Jack uses frickin' scissors. The names of genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Victim, office worker. The murder took place in the parking lot of victim's apartment complex. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were later used to attach the victims to the wall. Bloodlust was written, okay, under scissor. Victim suffered multiple stabs. Ken Harada, Shujigaku, Kano Rizei, Takashi Yoshida, Kumatsuna Taro, Takefume Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yoto Yumijima. There was no end to it, but one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every word, the bloodlust was left on the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings took place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was an external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
the key point here is the culprit may have, well, split personality. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. It's been added.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Now wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out to the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of that? All of a sudden like that?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd go together for a whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well then, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd ask me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I feel like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I've uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. He's one of the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? We have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. The others might have come up with some info. I need to find out everything I can. Okay. So in this floor... Wait, this is the second floor. Yeah. We'll go to the pool. Okay, after me. Hefumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if
I had her stat increased for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did you see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorm. She was there. At the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Okay, we'll go back to the girls' locker room. Check out Chihiro. We'll talk to Mundo. Dude, this is real complex about the week. I think he already spoke this. He already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. Chihiro's complex. Where did it come from? Yeah, it's already done.
damn.
Present hero was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness.
To target such a helpless being is unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. Can't forgive this. Kyoko? Hey Kyoko, have you any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking?
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Okay, Chihiro's handbook. Now, Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said it thoroughly, but I do have my own limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope was a plug. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more it's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's an issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body? Okay. Well, one thing most likely is to tie all these mysteries together. Is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at Genocide Jack case file one more time. Okay, we got the blood stain here. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. The dumbbell. There's a big blood stain on the dumbbell. The dumbbell has to be the murder weapon. The poster. It's the bloodstained poster. The blood is the most... Oh wait! I remember this poster. It was in the boys' locker room. But the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl locker room doesn't seem like a kind of place you'd find something like this. Bloodlust. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in the blood, just like in all those other Genocide Jack places. At every scene, I think that's it for this one. Okay, let's go to the boys' locker room. There. The freaking poster, man! It got switched! Huh? This poster? It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Something it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, it reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would have anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about locker rooms. I think that would be Sakura. Oh, what's this? It's a stain. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Surveillance camera? Yeah. No coins. Okay, let's talk to Sakura. Because she's the one with the knowledge for... Oh frick, that's the pool. Of course no one is here. Okay, one more time for the switches. The boys' locker room card reader, but the door's unlocked now. It's pointless. Let's see the poster one more time. This is really strange. In the boys' locker room, a popular boy band, and in the boys' locker room, a swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? What if they were? Sakura? You spend a lot of time exercising in a girl's locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys and girls locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down the glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. Ah, it's the one in the boys' locker room. So that was protein coffee. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusual clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? Okay, nice. Mundo. Okay, same old dialogue. Okay, we'll go to the storage and also ask Hina. Girls' locker room, yeah. Also, we'll go to the library one more time. Considering we're already here. It's about that cord. The one that Chihiro. There's a thick layer of dust on the top. Guess not. The shelf is packed. Okay. Was supposed to... Huh? The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it was definitely on. And it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... A library desk lamp? Okay, the cord. Okay, Secret Council. Okay, Genocide Jack, I think. I want to take another look at Genocide Jack's case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh, it's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that, I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Oh man, what the frick? It's very... The desk lamp. Byakuya grabbed one thing from there over here and put it over there. Okay, the cord. The wooden box is empty. The extension cord was in here before. Okay, any other clues here? Go to the storage. Okay, how many truth bullets? 14 already. Okay, who's here? We got Taka and... So where's Taka? Oh, there. Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. And also, maybe the student handbook is here. There's a mailbox here. Okay, there's nothing here. The rule says loaning a hinam only lending, okay. Oh hey Makoto, what's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Okay, freaking man, he's freaking useless. Okay, here. Ah, the dining hall. We can talk to her. And Celeste. Let's go to Hina first.